Hey, what up, what up, what up? Good to see you guys. How do I sound? I don't got my headphones on, so it's going to be what it's going to be. This is for my people from across the pond that have been asking for me to go live earlier in the morning. And of course, you guys know that I'm going live at 8 p.m. as well. We're going to talk about a traveling barber kit. We're going to talk about a couple things. And I'm going to do this fade right here in my garage. It's actually a pretty nice day. This is Sonny. He works for me at my shop. And we both been on quarantine this whole time. So we're just sitting here going crazy, going stir crazy.
Losing it.
So Clifford Farmer already asked. Magic clips, no notches. How many times do you step down? I'm going to show you that right now. It's going to be a lot easier to show you than to tell you. First off, though, let me flip to this other cam. Got this one right here. All right, look, I know. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, this is what y'all got to pick from. Okay, so I'm going to use those trimmers. But if you guys want, I could do it with the magic clips. I could do it with the ergos. Or I could do it with the Wall 1919 that's modded with the Master's blade. So it really doesn't matter to me which one you guys want. Flip back to my other camera. So you guys are gonna have to let me know which one you'd rather have me use. So we got about 21 people in the house. Got about 2 thumbs up. This is an experiment too. Hey, what up, Rom? What's going on, B? So this is an experiment. Like I wanted to see what would happen if I did go early, and I wanted to do this live. I'm actually in my garage with all my stream cams, and I got like my fancy lights and stuff that are not really useful. I like my cake pan light, but it's not really useful out here because the sun is so bright. But it's cool because it's an overcast day, so at least I got that going for me. So let's get some voting going. And for any of you guys who don't know, this Rum Barber here, they got a dope barber channel. Check them out when this is over, whatever. Head over there and subscribe to this guy. They bring a lot of value. So again, let's see what we got going on here. These are the 3 choices. I got more at the shop, but this is what I got home right now. So 1919 modded with the Master's blade. New Gamma Ergo, just the way it comes, and the magic clip. So let's see here. Let's see. It looks like I got one for each one of them. One for each one of them, huh? Let me see here. I want to put that comment overlays. Automatically hide them after 15 seconds. That's kind of cool. Hey, Sonny's the one who I'm cutting. He's up in the chat, too. I see him, too. Let me get my live control room up, too, while we're at it. Because sometimes funny stuff happens when you're streaming. Now, like, if I had to tell you guys which one of these clippers I would prefer to use, it would be either the magic clips or the Gamma, just because I haven't cut with this thing in a while. But what the hell, it wouldn't make no difference to me, really. Let's see here. Let me go to the studio. So we're getting a couple different, looks like we're getting a couple different ones here. Let's see here. We'll go live control room. Well, YouTube really needs to make the control room like a click feature right on the top, so I could just like get to it quickly. That'd be a lot better, so I could get an idea what's going on with my stream health. That would be cool. All right, we're good here. So let's see here. We got Rum Barber says ergos, magic clips. All right. I'm breaking the quarantine rules. To be honest, we don't really have the stringent rules that some of these other states have. Ours is more of a suggestion to stay home, which we chose to observe. But yeah, it could appear that way. All right, so I'm going to go back up to where Rum Barber commented, and I'm going to start counting the votes. We got 1 for 19, 1 for Gamma, 1 for Magic. That's even. One for 19, one for Magic, one for Magic, one for 19. It looks like Magic is winning this one. It looks like my neighbors see me out here. They're telling me they go next. Looks like I'm getting a lot of love for the Magic. You guys want to see the Magic? Half the head, 19. Okay, I see what we could do. Half the head will do Magic, half the head will do Gamma. And that'll be cool because one of the clips that I brought home from the Masters is broke. So I would prefer to not have to scratch his head with that. So I'll tell you what, how about we do this? We'll do 1919 for the back of the head, Gamma for one side, Magic for the other side, and we'll see which one comes out cleaner. How's that? All right, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start it off. Let's go back to the right camera. I think it's this one. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to be fighting with some light stuff. And tonight we're going to be talking about the live barber kit, which is something that's kind of the traveling barber kit, rather, which is something that's kind of important. There's a lot of stuff that I'd put in there that maybe somebody else wouldn't put in there. And it looks like we're getting a lot of Magic love. So I'm going to start this side out here.
You got to lower it a little bit, bro. I know you got
Are we good?
it.
Yeah. So I'm going to start this side out with the Magics. You know what? Sonny's hair is really hard to cut. Like, if you guys look at this hair, like if I get a quick close-up on it, the first things that I'll always do before a haircut is I want to comb it out and I want to see how bad it is here. Let's see how bad this camera makes it look. I know we're getting a little overexposure. These cameras ain't meant to be outside. But you guys can see how kind of fine his hair is. And it's thin in some spots and it's thick in others.
They say I'm balding, bro.
Nah, you ain't balding. Yeah, so, you know, his hair is a real challenge to cut. Every single time I cut it, it always presents some new challenges. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to caution myself a little bit. And I want to maintain some dark around his parietal ridge area. And the way that I'm going to do that, I'm going to just do that with the number 2. So I got my number 2 on. I have the Magic clip in the closed position. And I'm just going to move up the top of the head as I'm kind of coming off. So let me give you like a straight on view too, so you can see what it looks like. This is just me lifting up, like to exaggerate the movement. Just coming straight up off the head, getting into it just a little bit. And I'm not really too concerned about what this does. I just want to go up, listen for it to cut so that I know that I'm maintaining that length. All right. And to please the masses, I'll jump over to the ergo. Closed position also. I mean, I can't tell you how much more. This thing vibrates a lot stronger than the Magic, but I've been saying that all along. Like, this is the newest version of the ergo. It feels more powerful than the Magic, like, in your hand. If you have both of them, it's not that the Magic was a powerful clipper anyways. It really isn't, you know. But that's just the feel that you get. And then we'll throw these ones on here just for giggles. See how these are cutting. They've been sitting in a drawer for a while, so they ain't seen a whole lot of love lately. But they're cutting all right. He said, I can't believe he's going to let you cut his beard off.
Who said that?
Ivy Mac.
Yeah,
He said you're going to cut the beard off. All right, so for those of you guys who wonder why the Masters tend to cut a little easier, I mean, they blend a little easier between 1 and 2. It is a little bit shorter. Like, listen to this, right? I'm not cutting nothing, right? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's not cutting anything with the wall guard. But with the number 2 on here, it's actually cutting that hair a little bit. So that's the reason why these two blend pretty effortlessly between the 1 and the 2. And they're actually supposedly the same. I mean, this one says it's a 1/4, and this one says it's a 1/4. So it's a 1/4 and a 1/4. They're both 6 millimeters, but I think it's pretty clear. I think it's actually pretty clear that the number 2 from Wall is a tiny bit longer, which is kind of cool. So, all right. Without that being said, you know what's funny is the 1919s are actually pretty heavy. Sonny doesn't really like me to leave a whole lot of his hairline. He likes his fade kind of high, and I don't have my detachable clippers with me today, and I don't want to beat up on my trimmer, so I'm actually going to begin this fade with the magic clips in the closed position. And I'm going to do this step all the way around the head. I'm not going to keep switching between all 3 clippers until it's time to actually blend one side out all the way. So to give myself a little bit of room with this cut, he likes a high fade, but his fade can be really challenging to make it look perfect. So I'm going to give myself a tiny bit of room. I'm coming up to about the corner of his C cup, and I just want to eliminate everything that's underneath. I don't really care about what goes on behind the ear because I'm going to follow this step up with my trimmers, and I'm going to bald him out. So I got another little announcement for you guys today too. I'm gonna drop a video pretty soon of me cleaning out my garage again, which I did. I know it doesn't look that clean, but I did. And I'm actually going to start doing a giveaway for just about every live for the foreseeable future. So there will be a giveaway in this video. So just so you guys know, I got a bunch of crap that's been given to me, and I'm going to start giving it away one video at a time. So you guys know what that means? There's actually going to be 2 giveaways today because I'm going to go live again at 8 p.m. and we can debrief on this topic. But at 8 p.m., we're going to go live. We're going to talk about a traveling barber kit and what I would put in it. So let's get some thumbs ups going, man. Thumbs up all around, help me grow. I really appreciate you. I had somebody yesterday, he told me he hates the quote podcasts. I never really viewed this as a podcast. You guys view this as a podcast? Like, I wanted this to be a broadcast, something that you actually really could learn from, that's intuitive and ask questions and stop me at certain times. That's the way I view it. And that's why I probably already got a thumb down, because this dude's subscribed to me. No, I don't got no thumb down yet. But they're coming. 55 of you watching. Let's get some thumbs up. Come on. Got 19. That's good. But you guys already know that I'm going to make you guys go up to a certain number before I do the giveaway. So I don't know what that number is going to be. We'll decide by how many people are in the room. But yeah, my folks across the pond, man, they're always asking me to go live a little bit earlier. Many of them stay up till over, like later than 2 p.m. To get in on my lives. So it's pretty cool to do it early in the morning, so that they don't have to be here till 2 in the morning. But you guys can always catch them when they're not live too, So my camera's going to throw all kinds of trouble at this cut, because I got the light coming in from outside. I got some light from my station that's helping a little bit. And this really isn't the best environment for webcams. All right, so now that I've got him even all the way around, the next step that I got, I did have someone complaining about giving up free prizes and free knowledge. I don't know what it is, but
Somebody was talking crap about that?
they did, dude. They left a comment that said, you need to stop doing so many podcasts and stick to the videos. Like, I don't, I was actually pretty surprised by it, because I have a feeling that he never watched one of the podcasts that he thinks these are.
Yeah.
But these are not podcasts. What's a podcast about this?
Yeah.
What about this is a podcast? There's a lot of work that goes into this. YouTube hates you for going live too sometimes, I feel like, because I feel like they had me falling off there for a while. All right. So I'm in my next step here, and the next step I'm going to use my Gold FX. Gold FX, one of my favorite trimmers. I do like the Gamma trimmer a lot, but I sent it out to Ant the Barber. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to come underneath it. Now this is kind of important, and it can make this a little more difficult. Before I come to here, all right, that's when I want to stop, because I know that this cuts to 5 zeros, And I know that the previous step was cut to 3 zeros. So when I get close to this line, I'm going to want to stop. And that's why I didn't care about anything behind the ear. I just knew that I would hit it in this step. My sonny's got a big head. Lot of surface area to cover here.
Yeah, boy. Got a lot of brains.
Big head, yeah. You know what they like? Whales got a lot of brains, and elephants got a lot of brains, but you don't see them building houses, do you?
Morning, guys.
I can't tell you how many walkers there are in the neighborhood these days with quarantine. Everybody's out, you know.
You see a lot more traffic walking through?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it'd be so uncommon. Like, I live on a court, and it would just be so uncommon to even see anybody walk down here who doesn't live on my court.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know,
You got the whole neighborhood.
every day, you know, there's people walking by I don't recognize.
Ain't nothing else to do.
Might as well.
Oh.
If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in there. I'm trying to half pay attention to you and half pay attention to this haircut. I mean, to be honest, if I'm going to use the Bronze Series 9, a step that I could be skipping right now is I could be just doing it from about here up because all the rest of this is going to come off anyways. Do you guys ever have trouble with blending in anybody's, with blending in their beard? Let me turn on this little light, see if it helps. That does seem like it helps a little bit. Yeah, do you guys ever have any trouble with blending in the beard? Because it's super easy. The way that I'll typically do it, there we go. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is a good way to do your bald fades. A step that you could skip if you have the Bronze Series 9. They're capable of cutting a lot more hair. One thing you could do to speed this up a little bit was I really could have just concentrated my trimmer work from about right here up, and I could have left all this alone. Because when I get in there with the Bronze Series 9, it's going to be gone anyways. So it's not going to make really that big of a difference. So I'm going to get rid of all this, dust them off a little bit. And we're going to go in with the Bronze Series 9. So if you guys don't have a machine that cuts down the skin, it's not the end of the world. You can just cut it down to the 5-0 with the trimmer. And you can go in the shower a little bit and just hit your hairline and come down with the grain a little bit, and you'll be able to get it pretty close. And it'll look pretty good. And even if you make a little mistake, within a day it'll grow back far enough where it won't really be that much of a big mistake. See, Sonny got pretty sensitive skin too, so I only really know that because I've cut his hair so many times. But even with the Bronze Series 9, it can still make his skin red. If I tried to use that other one, like the Wall Finale and its Profoil, or the Babyliss one, I'm pretty sure that it would tear his skin up pretty bad. You guys wanna guess how I'm gonna do this fade? Just being that his hair gives me a little bit of difficulty, I do love to use the half attack, and I will use the half attack, but I'm actually gonna skip all those steps at the moment, and I'm gonna just jump right up to a number 1 because I want to see what effect that has. My dog is stopping by. She wants to play. I got a chocolate lab. Her name is Abby. She's as sweet as they come. She really is. All right. So if you guys ever have any trouble with your blending your beard in, I'm just going to show you just a really fast way to do it. Super easy. Just begin with it in the open position. All right. And we're going to give yourself about an inch and just come up. And we're going to close it about halfway and go about halfway in between where you went. And then we're going to close it all the way and just hit the top. All right, Abby, come on.
Over here. Come.
All right, so you guys can see that's got it blended in all right. And then I'll come back to my trimmers and I'll just hit the very top part of the line. And that'll get you started with the blend. Then if you have any other fighting you could do, you could just hit it right here. All right, so let's see. We got a question here. Do you not razor? What do you charge different from the tool? Not sure what you're asking there. I think you might be asking if I use a razor instead of the other tool.
Yeah, that's what he's asking. No way.
No, I would definitely use that tool because that tool is going to be a lot easier on the skin.
Plus, you don't cut people.
Yeah.
It's easier to cut people. Look at my girl, sir. What do you say? I got a big ass head.
You got a big ass head. She's on there?
Yeah, she's watching. Yeah.
All right, so I began with it wide open again. And I'm going to close it halfway. Go about halfway in between where I was. Close it all the way and go up to the top. Piece of cake to blend out that little portion of the beard that's bothering me. So now we're satisfied. So let's begin this blend. And like I told you guys, I'm going to actually begin the blend with a number 1. So that'll be my first step. So with the clipper, I'm going to put it in the open position. Put it in the open position with the 1. And the other thing I want to do is just comb all this hair, make sure it's laying down. And that's it. Now when I come up, I know I can come up fairly high. This is a very good, cautious way to do this. With the 1 open. Pushing up into this. Alright, so you guys can see that I'm stopping about right here. Right? But you see his grain's doing stupid things. His grain coming like this. Right? So I want to come up against that grain. Alright? I don't expect a whole lot to get done in this step. But this is just a real cautious way of me beginning my blend. And maybe if I stand about right here, I'm actually not in the way. Let's see here. I've been using the half attack. Also been using the same theory for other guards, following up with the previous guard in the middle lever position, and it's cut my time down. Yeah, that's true, man. It will. It will do that for sure. Now, I'm going to use the half attack 90% of the time, but on hair that I know is going to give me a little bit of trouble, I'm going to go 1 step higher before I begin. So all I did so far was with the open, I came up to about here. I'm actually going to close it about halfway. Stay just a little bit lower than I was. And I want to see what effect this has on the blend, if any. Because, I know with Sonny's hair, I've cut it enough. He's got a lot of curly hair, and he's got some fairly straight hair at the same time. And it can be really hard to blend these two. Closing it all the way. Unless I leave enough hair in that parietal ridge to make sure that I have some darkness there to cover it. So you guys can already see that that's helped out a lot. All right, we're going to jump to the half guard now. And now I'm going to actually begin my half attack in earnest. We will actually talk about this. Is a business course needed to learn how to own and run a good barbershop? No, I would think that you guys could probably find some mentors, and we can actually discuss that in a channel. In one of these live feeds, I'd be happy to discuss any information related to that because it's something I love. I'm going to begin with the open just to see what that does. It probably won't do nothing, which is fine. So again, this is just me being cautious, and now I'm going to close it. I'm going to close it up a little bit, probably about halfway. Coming with against the grain. All right, you guys can see that line's starting to really dissipate, which is exactly what I want to see. So going all the way down, closed position now. And all I'm really doing, notice how I'm keeping it on an angle. I'm moving back and forth. I'm kind of stretching the skin with this hand. And I'm really only using the corners. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in this next step, because this is where you're going to mess the whole thing up. All right? You're going to start it with the open taper. All right, but we want to be real careful here, because this is how you could easily mess this up. So just barely hooking in to that original line a little bit. Now remember, there's a one factor kind of different in play here, is that I put in my guideline initially with a closed taper, which is why this line's become so easy to remove, and I haven't even began to close that down at all. So without even closing that down at all, look at how much progress I've made. Okay, a lot of you guys are going to ask me, how many times do I move the lever? So I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to move it about a quarter of the way. And again, I'm not really going up anywhere higher or anything like that. I'm just trying to keep it crisscross method, keep coming against the grain, and keep taking a little bit of hair at a time. I'm going to close it a little bit more. And really all I'm doing is traveling over where that original line was. Now the nice thing about just using the corners of the blade is the amount of mistakes you can make is significantly reduced. So now I'm going to close it all the way. Closing it all the way. And only going over where I initially made the line and only using the corner. So you guys can see that bottom line, minus what's going on in the back here, but that bottom line for the most part is gone, and it's time to worry about those upper lengths. So I'll take the 1 1/2 now and put it in the open position. Let's see what this does to it. Remember, I came up with the 2, like initially. I came up with the 2. So we got to keep that in mind. I'm going to close this down a little bit. Close it down a little bit more. All right. So I got this all the way closed. And I'm trying to see what this will do. And it ain't doing a whole lot, which tells me I can safely go back to the 1. Fade trapping in between. All right, so let's get some questions going. I'm paying attention to you guys now. He does that so he softens the open line, making the blend easier when opening the clippers. That's true. That's true. You and Ant the Barber are the best I've learned from so much. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. The opinion on the Magic Clips corded. Magic Clips corded are a cool budget option. If you can find them still for sale, they're usually pretty cheap. Shoot, I remember it wasn't all that long ago. You could buy those for like $32. So I'm not sure what they go for now. I haven't checked into it in a while.
The Magic Clip?
Yeah.
We just bought some, remember?
No, the cordless. Cordless.
Corded.
No, corded.
Oh, corded. Oh, okay.
You know, I personally wouldn't buy, like, you know, if I was going to buy a clipper that I wanted to use for a long time in the shop, I probably wouldn't buy a Magic Clip corded. I would probably buy the cordless myself. If I was going to buy any of Wall's corded versions, I would buy the Wall Senior. The Wall Senior corded is probably the most versatile and easiest to zero gap, and just all around probably one of the best clippers you could get. You know, you guys know I love my fast feeds and stuff, but when I'm telling you fast feeds don't come perfect out the box, you know, they come with some issues. So, all right, let's see here. I got you too, Gerardo. All right, Andrew, so yes, I do blend down from the 0.5 closed. I go to no guard, almost fully open, 4th notch. Yeah, this isn't too much different than what I'm doing. I'm just cautioning my way down here. Could you explain the difference between the taper blade and the fade blade? Yes, I can. Okay, so on this 1919, you see how the blade has a curve towards the top? This would be like a taper blade, okay? So this is good for the C motion, good for scooping out, good for clipper over comb. And these clippers have Wahl's regular STD blade on them, which makes them more like a fade blade, where they're flat towards the top and they're better for, say, removing a line or something like that. But all this can go right out the window because you can remove lines and do everything with either blade. It's really just a personal preference. I've never felt an affinity to one more than the other, and I don't think you need two. I really don't. All right. Here we go. My hardest thing is staying anchored to the head in certain steps. Are the Bronze Series 3 any good shaver in your opinion? I can't say anything about the Bronze Series 3 because I've really only had the pleasure of using the 7 and the 9. And I can say that the 7's actually pretty good, but the 9 is the one. And I'll keep that in mind, the struggle that you're having with that, and I'm going to bring that back up in a second. So on this side, I'm going to use the gammas, okay? So we'll flip over to the gammas. We know that we already did the 2, and I'd like to attack this the same way because I don't want to have to fight with this at all. And we'll go ahead and we'll get started with the 1. I got it in the open position. And this thing's got like a lot of power. I zero gapped it on the channel yesterday, and it should be good. Should be good to go. All right, let's see here. Do you have the Babyliss Ergo Graphite Clipper? Babyliss doesn't make the Ergo, but yeah, there is a graphite. Supposedly, I think this is considered a graphite blade. I don't know, but it's black. I'll give you that. So, all right, we're going to begin. Number 1, clipper in the open position. Now, this one's going to be a little bit easier for me to show you because it has the notches. So, clipper in the open position with the number 1. Make sure I'm not like in your guys' way. Might need to move some stuff around. I mean, you can really feel that these are a magnetic clipper. You can really feel the way they cut is just so similar to, say, like the Wahl Senior, many of the corded options, a lot of the magnetic options. You can sort of feel the way these cut is just very, very similar. Maybe if I stand over here, I'm kind of blocking some of my light, but whatever. I'm just trying to not get in the way. All right, so that's about it with it open. And I'm going to begin closing it 1 notch at a time. So 1 notch down, closing it, chipping away, getting in there a little bit. And another notch, stay a little bit lower than where I was. Getting in there a little bit, using them corners, working it. You can also kind of lift it off the head. Let me see here. Kind of like, so if this is my flatness here, sometimes you could take it just like this, and that would be like a texturizing move where you would remove bulk without affecting length. And that can help you sometimes to blend out some of those shadow spots that are maybe making you crazy. And generally speaking, I'm going to go all the way down now. Generally speaking, when you are using this corner cutting method, you can go up a little bit higher because whatever mistake you would make is going to be reduced by just a very small margin, so it's not going to be as hard to get rid of. All right, we're looking good. That's kind of what I want to see. You guys can tell that this side is going to be a pain, especially because I don't have my texturizing shears, but this side's going to be a pain because you can see his hair goes from like curly to just jutting out right there. But I want to leave enough dark area there so that it's not too big of a trouble. So I'm actually going to just take care of that right now with the number 2. I want to soften this because I don't like the way it's looking, and I know it's going to give me trouble. The bottom portion, that line, we'll take that out easy. We'll use our step method and we'll take that out, piece of cake. All right, so I'm gonna go to the 1 1/2. I'm gonna go. Oh, that's you, Sonny. That's you.
What's good?
Quick deposits.
No,
He said that's me in the chat. I thought that was you, Sonny, for real. All right, how many people we got? Well, we got 60 people, 37 thumbs up, 1 thumb down already. How about that? Hey, can you guys give me some thumbs up to make up for that thumb down? I'm over here in the garage doing things, trying to give away the game. All right. Yeah, they do get pretty hot. Most clippers do when you start cutting hair. Any suggestions about getting a ceramic blade? My suggestion is to get a ceramic blade. I don't know. I mean, I can't say ceramic doesn't get hot either if it really takes a while. So, I mean, I don't really think it makes a huge difference. I would tell you to get a different clipper because you could run this clipper. I mean, this clipper is ice cold. And I've had it on for a while. I mean, how's it feel? Do you guys?
No, it felt
Does this
good.
feel hot?
No.
It's not even warm. Not even remotely
Cold.
warm. I mean, so I would tell you maybe stay away from the Masters. Sounds like that's what you guys might have been talking about. All right, so I got the 1 1/2, the most janky guard in all of the haircutting world, and I'm just gonna chip into that little area that's bothering me, soften that up a little bit. Now I'm starting to like what I'm seeing. I got in an open position, just hitting it with the corners. Just hitting it with the corners because I just really need to soften them. I'm going to close that up a little bit, about 1 notch. About a notch. And I'm going to close it another notch. So now I'm starting to like what I'm seeing. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see because like I said, the light. But I like what I'm seeing because I know that I can do a lot with some shear over comb in that area to really, really make it look good. So I like what I'm seeing, and that means that I'm going to head on to attacking the skin line. I'm going to head on to attacking the skin line. So let's see. We got any questions? He said that 1.5 guard has ruined my career. I'll tell you guys this. It's so funny that you say that, man. These 1.5 guards are just total pieces of junk. I mean, that's kind of why the Andis system is awesome because the 1 and the 2 blend together so nice. But here's the one that Gamma gave me. I believe it's the black one. And the one that Wall gave me. And to be honest, this one is a lot more sturdy. I mean, look at this. Like, I'm putting some pressure on here. This one, I don't even need to put no pressure on here. This one just, like, literally
I wish I had mine,
falls
man.
apart.
Mine's like a little metal one.
Maybe if you had, a Wall premium one, might be a little better. But, this one that Gamma gave me is definitely a little better than the Wall one. But, these things, another thing that I do is whenever I have a guard on, I try to keep my finger on this tab right here. So even when I have the clipper upside down, I put my pinky there. And if I'm using the pencil grip, let's say I'm doing some waves and I'm coming down with the grain, I always keep a finger right here because you don't want this thing to fly off. Thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. And in the process of asking you for more thumbs up, I got 2 more thumbs down. Damn. I see how you guys are. But anyways, let's get this last line going on this side. Clipper in the open position. Clipper shaped like a banana and a really cool feeling. Fun to work with and begin going up. Now, I can kind of hear that there ain't a whole lot being cut. So I'm going to go ahead and click it down 1. And I'm really concentrating on putting pressure on that right corner because I can really see everything that might go wrong by just identifying one corner. Click it down 1 more. Pressure on that right corner. Now you see me, it looks like I'm going pretty high with it, right? Wrong. Let me spin them this way so I'll show you what's actually happening. All right, so when you see me moving with it, I'm actually completely not even touching the head. I know this is hard to see on camera, but this whole side of the blade is not even touching the head. I'm only using this corner. All right, I'm going to click it 1 more. Only using this corner. I'm going to spin them back so you guys can see. 1 more click. All right, you guys can hear the guard is getting chewed up a little bit. That's what we want to hear. That's how we know we got it set close enough. Let it eat that guard. Who cares? We'll buy another one. Actually, if you buy as many clippers as I do, you would never actually need to buy one because almost every clipper gives you, almost every company gives you one in the box. All right, so I'll do a little texturizing now, keeping it on that corner. I really like what I'm seeing here as far as that bottom line goes. I know it's so overexposed on the camera, sorry, but it actually looks really good in person. Let me see if I grab this other camera, if I could show it to you. Maybe this other camera will help. All right. I didn't even do the open or the close yet, and look how close that is. That looks really good. Oh, another thing I'm gonna put you guys on game with later was this is part of my traveling barber kit. You guys see this little light here? I turn this on. I set it right on a station beside me. If you're cutting in a dark hotel room, or if you're cutting in, some place you don't know if there's going to be good light or not, it's an excellent little thing to have with you. So let's see here. I just saw a man who blended a line between no guard open and one. Yeah, it's not done. It's not completely done. Just to show you guys the amount of damage you can do by using your guards before you even. That's why a lot of you guys get into trouble when you get down to this area. If you take smaller steps down, and do it the way I'm doing it right now in this particular style, you're not going to run into as many mistakes. And if anybody out there is a beginner and you really want to give a good haircut to somebody so that you can start getting more people in your chair, this is a great way to go about it. So I'm just going over top of where I made my line because I really like the way the blend's coming out on this side. I don't want to manipulate this too much. So I'm just going to go one click now and just keep cruising over the area where I made that line. One more click. And all the way down. Now the sun's starting to come out a little bit over here. Let me stand in front of it. But that looks good. That looks really clean. I'm really happy with that. All right, so on the back, you guys requested that I do the 1919s now. So we're going to jump over to the 1919s. And I'm not really going to change a whole lot here. I'm just going to go with the one, open it up, and I'm going to answer some of your questions here. I saw a man who blended a line between a no guard open and a 1.5 close with the 0.5 guard closed. That's good. That's good. How much does the Ergo retail at? I have a link in the description, and if you use my code, you'll get 10% off. And I want to say it comes out to about 120 or 130. I'm not 100% sure. Octane, not really for blending. Truth. I prefer the octane. I prefer the octane for debulking and removing bulk, for sure. All right. So 1919 modded Masters blade, 1 open position, and we're gonna get this party started again. So. Coming off the head. I'm just kind of listening for it. Baby, go on, baby. I'm just kind of listening for it to cut because right now I kind of came in here and here a little bit with my other 2 steps, and now I need to find where I'm at. And this is actually a good example to show you guys who are getting lost in your fades, and you can actually reel it back in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this just a little bit, and I'm listening for it to cut. Once I hear it cutting, Abby, enough. Leave it. That's enough. Damn dog, she just played with this. Look, I'm gonna show you guys my dog. Abby, sit. Sit. Good girl. Down. Good girl. You stay. She's a good dog. She's a good dog. All right. So, anyways, I prefer to use my detachables for debulking. Some people do like to use them for fading. You know, I just find it to be not as efficient, but I'm not going to say that it can't be done. And if you do want to do it, King Troll's in the house, and he has a channel that will show you how to do a detachable fade. So that's MMA Barbers. Say what's up to him. Follow my man. Can we use your code Eddie on the UK Gamma site? I think so. I think so. I don't see why not. All right, so all I did was one open and then one closed. I'm listening for it to cut anything. Sounds pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And in the end, this system with my messed up guard, which it sucks because these were the best guards. This is an actual real 0 nano guard before they made the cheap junky ones. So I'm going to try not to cut them with this. And that's why part of me was kind of hoping that you guys wouldn't even want to see this clipper at all. Begin with the open position because I didn't have all my guards here. In the open position, because this blade is broke, I'm only going to use this corner. So begin closing it. Begin closing it and working it down. All right, I'm going to close it almost all the way. And all the way. All right, you guys can see that line is significantly softened. So you already know it's going to be a breeze. It's going to be a breeze to get this going. So yeah, have you look down a little bit? Or look up a little bit? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get you in the camera the right way. All right, so with the open position, let's listen for it. Let's hear what it sounds like when it cuts, because I want to make sure that I don't go up too high. So I just want to hear it cutting a little bit. Close it a little bit. Let's listen for it to cut. I want to hear it cut. So that I know I've gotten that length. Let's close it a little bit more. There's a lot of barbers who like to fade from the bottom to the top in this step. All good. Many roads through the jungle. I've always liked teaching it this way just because I've had better results with students, especially those who are new. They can usually get away with pulling off a pretty good haircut after practicing this style for a little while. So let's see here. That's a senior 1919. Yes, sir. And it's modified with a master's blade. I'm calling the governor, Eddie. He's about to have a line of customers in no time. Just call him E. Jones Jr. Get out of here, man. I ain't doing no other customers. Like, to be honest, during this quarantine time, I haven't cut any hair. We've been cooped up in the house. I've been grinding on YouTube, as you can see. I haven't even had time to cut hair. But yeah, to be honest, poor Sonny over here has been in the same position. We both work at the same shop. Neither one of us have been in. We knew it would be safe to do each other's hair. Well, technically, I cut my own hair. You guys seen that on the video the other day, but. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. Now, we're going to cut the top. I'm pretty happy with the blend. And we're going to actually have to blend a little bit more. We're going to use some scissors over comb. And we're gonna soften that up on the top. Storing your rechargeable, this is a great question. Hang on here. How would you recommend storing your rechargeable clippers during this downtime? Actually, I got a video coming up on that exact thing, and that's something I'm going to add into it as well. But safe to say, if they're lithium ion, you can leave them plugged in. It's not going to do any damage to them. If they're not lithium ion, unplug them and you're going to want to clean them thoroughly, oil them really good, and put the cap that comes on them back and let it just be soaked in oil. That way when you come back to the shop, bada bing, bada boom, they're ready to go. So, all right, last little step here for this bottom line. Good time to run in there and just detail it out, break it up a little bit, hit that corner. If you see anything, I don't really see like a whole lot in this case. This bottom line came out without a fight. The biggest fight I usually have with Sonny's hair is above the parietal ridge. It gives me a lot of trouble. But if you work carefully the way I did here, you're not going to have as much of a trouble. And some clients, you might try for like a shortcut and you wind up making it take way longer. So I would just say, the way that I did this cut gave me plenty of room for, any error that I might have made.
Hey, no problem, bro. I'm stressing, man, about it. Like
The man's been getting depressed because he can't get a good haircut. He's been feeling depressed. He's like going to shave his head. He's going to shave it.
I almost cut my head
Hold up, Jack.
off.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't jump off that cliff. All right. So I have this crappy water bottle to spray him with. But I'm just going to really concentrate around where the blend is now. This is actually a really important step here to getting pretty much any blend just right. Because now you're going to start to see a bunch of little weighted areas, right? I want to get this like pretty thoroughly wet, comb it down. I don't so much care about the very top just yet, but I want to actually just make sure that it's thoroughly. He said it felt great. Getting hot out here. You guys know in Florida, it's like 100 degrees all the time. All right, you guys. I have just a 9-inch shear. Great for some scissor over comb. And we're going to go. Dark says, what do you think about the ceramics? My personal opinion is most clippers, when you put a ceramic guard on there, I wound up taking it off. The only one that it really made a huge difference to was the fast feeds. I have yet to get another ceramic blade where I was like, this was a game changer. I haven't had that in a while.
I don't like them.
All right, so I'm just going to use my taper comb, and I'm going to soften any little areas that I see that don't look perfect. So that's the idea here. Just take a little bit off. Now, if you notice one thing too, I don't always do this, but if you notice one thing too, when you do scissor over comb, notice how on my bottom blade, where are we at here? Yeah, there we go. You notice how my bottom blade sort of stays still? Well, the bottom blade will stay parallel to the bottom of your comb, and that's going to help you. It's going to help you lift it up. It's going to help you cut it. That wimpy water bottle, he said, use the water hose. All right, so pretty happy with that. We got a little area here that I don't like, and we'll see what we can do with the shears, but if I have to pick the clippers back up, I will. And where's my wimpy water bottle? So combing it down to sort of reset it and lifting it up. I'm getting right in the way of this. Let me see how I can do this a little better. Right here. Cool. And I'm gonna have to get in your way a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to show it, but if you need to get a more fine detail, a common misconception when doing shear over comb is that you got to do it fast. The problem with watching other barbers who are good at this is they do it fast, but that doesn't mean you got to do it fast. You just have to do it right. And the way to do it is just simple. You can hold it still, or you can move very slowly, just taking off a little bit of hair at a time, reset. Now, if you're doing a lot of hair, what I like to do before I reset, hold it with the back of the shear, hold it with the back of the shear, hold it with the back of the shear. That's if I'm taking off a lot of hair. And in this case, I'm not taking off a lot of hair. but in some cases you might. So, you know, with that being said, just try to take off. If you're not comfortable, just try to take off as little as you can at a time. He said you should grab some baby powder off the shelf, put it in your hand, and slap him.
Who said that?
Hold up, I'm gonna put this up. He said you should grab some baby powder in your hand. Better. Getting there. It's so much easier for me to tip them this way where I can actually use my natural light. I'm trying to hold them towards the camera too, but it's hard for me to see even when I have it tipped that way. If I tip them towards this natural source of light, I'm going to be able to actually just get these details out real easy. Easy breezy. All right. He just bought some 8.5 inch shears. They're matte black. Hey man, I think this is kind of cool that I managed to keep 60 of you guys in here for this long. Thank you guys for hanging out and checking out this cut. I know it's been a long process here, but I'm really trying to explain myself good. I think something we're probably going to have to get rid of soon in the shops, and many of you have already, is the neck dusters. But it's definitely something that's going to be on my mind. I don't really want to use them anymore, especially after this latest and greatest problem that we've had. I'm just going to hit him with some water. I'm going to go around his ears real quick.
Bro, do me a favor.
What up?
Can you bring my fade down on my beard? A little lower.
You want to cut your beard?
No, I want the up here like to be thinner, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
For the still full beard, but just like the...
You guys heard him, right? He wants me to thin his beard out a little bit further down, which I can do that easy. And I'll show you exactly how to do it. So with Sonny, his neck gets really irritated when you use the razor, especially being that I don't have everything I need, being that I'm cutting in the garage. So I'm actually just going to hit him with the trimmers and the electric shaver at the bottom of his neck.
And then just my bottom line, bro, with my neck, with the gold stars.
Yeah,
You don't have to worry about the line up here.
All right, we cutting the top?
No.
All right, he don't want the top cut, which is cool. What I'll show you guys how to do real quick, I'll switch to a different size shear whenever I'm going to cut the top, and I'll just make sure it's even, because in this case he doesn't want anything cut off. So what you can do now is you can just hold it up horizontally, look for anything that sort of needs to be cleaned up a little bit, and just hit it. But his hair is pretty good on top because I cut it last time. So as you can see, I'm not really coming up with a whole bunch of different lengths. It looks pretty good. This would be a good time if you guys wanted to texturize a little bit. I'm just looking to see if there's anything funny going on, and if there is, fixing it. Good time to texturize though. You can just kind of hold it low if you had to texturize it, and go ahead and point cut into it a little bit. My man Rum, these guys are the kings at a lot of their shear tutorials are really, really good. So if you guys want to head over to Rum Barber and check out some of his excellent shear work, you know, by all means, go head over there, because those guys, they do it good. All right, so I'm happy. I'm happy. He's happy. We're all happy. Everybody's happy. So let's get his beard. Let's get his beard looking good now. That'd be the last step. Can you get away with just using? That's a good question. And I would say yes if you're not doing a skin fade, but no, if you're doing a skin fade, you're definitely going to want to use a straight razor. So it just takes a little practice. I wouldn't be afraid of it, all right? What machine should we use for this? All right, the Gamma's close. We're going to use the Gamma. And the reason why I said no neck duster is because they're unsanitary. You can't really clean a neck duster that well. We can put them in the barber side. We wash them with soap and water, but at the end of the day, they just can't be cleaned as well. I'm going to go with a one open. He likes this area a little bit lower. And one closed. And another thing that I like to do on a lot of people's beards is I can kind of come with the grain, and I'll put it in the closed position. Come down with the grain, and we can get rid of some of that. He's looking kind of like a woman with his little beard. It ain't nothing like my big beard. You know what I mean? But this guy, he used to have the King Musabi beard. But now he looks like he's going through puberty again.
Come on, man. Can't
We got 67 people in here, man. That's good. 67 people after 1 hour. That's pretty good. All right, you guys. I'm just going to line this top line up real quick with the Gold FX. Don't have to be perfect if you're going to go back with the straight razor. You really don't. You know, and just so you guys know, like don't feel like you have to measure yourself to a bunch of Instagram posts that are largely photoshopped. Like, there's no haircut on this earth that is perfect. A lot of people will show you some really good work from one side of the head or from one angle. A lot of people don't want you looking too close because they don't want to see that there's chinks in the armor. They got some chinks in that armor. So don't measure yourself against that. Just do the best job you can for everybody, and as you grow, your skills will get better. All right? He wrote, "Dang, I can't believe you let him do a design in your beard."
Yeah.
All right, don't smile. Don't smile. This guy can't smile. He said you can spray the neck duster with Barbicide after each client. I'm gonna put this up here. Okay, the problem with doing that is that's gonna make your neck duster wet, and then your neck duster is gonna collect all that hair from them other clients, and it's just going to create a real mess. I mean, so the best thing you can really do is put some powder on them and try to keep them dry, but at the same time, it's all right. So, oh yeah, this is something. Get out of here, dog. Bringing the ball. All right. So this is something I wanted to show you guys about the beards, anyways. Whenever I start a beard, especially on a client that I'm not sure of, I like to actually begin it right here. I begin right here, and then I jump over to this side so that I know that I have it even right off the bat. Because how many times have you worked really hard on somebody's beard, made it perfect, and then found out it was too high on one side and had to fix it again? You guys want to go through that? I don't like doing things twice when I'm only getting paid once. I really hate doing stuff twice when I'm only getting paid once. Got that caveman hair under the eye.
My eye sockets.
Right up to his eye sockets. All right, so roughly, his beard's looking all right. He said he uses a lawn blower on his clients. But you guys can see these neck dusters, they'll just get full of other people's hair. And, you know, even if I got it wet or I sprayed it or I did anything, it's just not possible to really keep it clean. You're a lot better off just pulling out a new clean towel for every client. Put a little bit of powder on it. I like these terry cloths. They're really soft and they grab up a lot of the hair. And then just clean it at the end of the night. Some of you guys ask me how I trim the eyebrows. So I'll just do that. I'll grab the number 1 and with the ergo. And I'll just go across his eyebrows against the grain. Now get rid of all the long ones. And then I can go in there and I can detail it with the straight razor real quick. We got this done just in time, huh, buddy? It's getting super sunny outside now. We're lucky that we got it filmed when we did, and we did this when we did do it. This is cool, man. Let me know if you guys like these. If you want to see more of these styles where I do a walkthrough. I know that we do a lot of theory on this channel. We talk a lot of crap, and I use videos to train you, but it's...
They bring that side down, right?
Yeah, I will. I'm going to hit it
Yeah,
down.
I like the skin part real well.
You want to bring this all the way down?
The skin, yeah. Like, see how this curves right here? I want that just blended out, all that.
All right, but y'all heard him. This is not me wanting to eliminate his beard.
I'm horrible in the chair, man. I'm real picky.
He is. All right, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna skin him all the way right here.
Yeah,
that's what he wants.
Just like that, bro. You know, then obviously the dark shit, bro.
Let me get this other side.
Look at it. If you leave your eye, it looks like a dirt patch. It's so thick.
Oh shit. Let's see here. Never thought I would have seen the day. I agree, bro. I never thought I would have seen the day either. You know, I'm hating that company a lot less these days. If they keep putting out good products, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I'm not going to ignore the fact that they put out a good product. I always want to tell you guys the truth. Like, you know, I'm never going to tell you guys that something's good if I don't feel it is. And I'm not going to use something on this channel if it ain't working. And it would be irresponsible of me not to use them if it turned out they were good. So, if anything, that's a testament to how I feel about it. So you guys said you like the walkthrough. Yeah, man, love the walkthroughs. Full walkthroughs would be awesome. More of these would be great. This is the first time I've ever tried to take my whole setup out into the garage. I mean, so this is kind of a fun way to do it for me. I had fun doing this, and just so you guys know, we're gonna go live again at 8 o'clock and talk about some tools and stuff, and that'll be fun too. So I hope you guys, if you have time, join me there. Do I have any kind of shave cream? Hold on, I want to find something to do his face.
There's the water on.
I just want something that'll be a little smoother than water. All right, I got some shampoo here. Look at him geeking out. You know what's funny about this is he's over here looking at this little thing when there's a big mirror right behind him.
Oh
You never see it? Abby, dude.
yeah.
All right, I just got a little bit of shampoo.
Abby, come.
Abby, sit. All right, a little bit of shampoo. There's my straight razor. Hid somewhere on the station. And he said, hit those sides with the thinning shears. I would, but I didn't even bring them. But thankfully, in this case, I really didn't even feel like I needed them. But yeah, having some thinning shears with a client like this, definitely pretty cool. All right, you guys. One thing I see a lot of barbers do that messes up their line is they like to leave all these loose hairs. All these loose hairs that were just cut off, they like to leave them in there. And they show the client, and the client's like, oh, damn, that's fresh. But then when they comb them away, it doesn't look so fresh no more. So you got to get rid of those loose hairs. Knock those loose hairs out of it, and you'll see that there's still a few hairs that are not in the right, that are not cut right. So I'll get back in there a second time around, and that's how you'll get your beards, you know, extra, on some extra stuff. You'll get them real perfect. Yay.
Yay.
I wouldn't worry about getting it too perfect with your trimmers. If you're just going to come back in this step, you know, then it is what it is. But I'm just doing the top line here because he wants to try to grow this prepubescent beard. So I was cutting hair yesterday. Let's see here. Little dots of blood. I'm not sure if it was got too close. Okay. little dots of blood are not usually, the cause is not usually from the blade cutting the client per se. What happens with little dots of blood is usually when you rip a hair directly out from the follicle. And that's why you'll get that little dot of blood. That little dot of blood is never usually from you actually slicing him, even with a razor. Like right now on Sonny's, his skin, I mean, his hair is so thick that it's pretty common to see little droplets of blood when you do some people's beards. And that usually is because your blade wasn't sharp enough. And if your blade's not sharp enough to actually slice through the hair, it's going to rip it out. Which brings me to another little tip. You guys ever get a hair splinter? Let's say you got a hair splinter here and it's partially exposed. You can actually take a straight razor, shave across, and it'll actually lift that hair out of your skin. And you'll be able to get that splinter out of your skin that way. Look up at me.
Yeah, I just need you to hit this with the trimmer, bro.
Yeet. Well, you're going to cut it under your neck. You already know where that goes.
I know.
Listen,
I know, man.
he's asking me to cut him under the neck with the trimmers. And I'm going to tell you guys something about that. All the length, if you guys are trying to grow your beard out, all your length comes from under your neck. And if you cut that out,
too thick, bro.
if you cut that out, you're going to look like you're going through puberty again. But it's all good.
Ow.
Get out of here.
It's a fucking Brillo pad, man.
It's tough. All right. So, I'll just hit him with the trimmer on the bottom of the line.
Shit, bro.
He said, "Is your client Cuban?"
Hell no.
He said,
Sicilian.
okay, so I'm not doing anything wrong. Needs oil, maybe. Yeah, I would tell you it's possible it might need a little bit of oil, or you might need to take it all the way apart, clean it off, get rid of the factory grease that comes on it, put it back together, spray it, oil it, and make sure it's set properly, and you should be good. That's the course of action that I would take. All right, so underneath, I'm just going to knock this out. Clearly, this connects right to his chest, right down to his stomach, right to his rear end, I'm sure.
I can't help it, man.
Yo, you guys, if Sonny was a superhero, what superhero would he be? I'm honest, like if Sonny was a superhero, what superhero would he be?
Fat man.
Nah. Nah, I know a superhero that I always thought he looked like. You guys tell me if I'm right. I don't want to tell you yet. Just wait till the comments start rolling, because we're on a little delay.
Is it on delay? I always wonder why it is like that.
Well, I use broadcasting software, so it takes time for it to process. Let's see what they're writing. He looked like Superwoman. Oh, yeah. I'm about to do a giveaway here in a minute. I'm glad that you guys are all hanging out here. I'm about to do a giveaway here. He wrote, "No hate, but this is a long cut." No, I don't know how long you've been in the room. But I've stopped many times to explain myself. But usually it takes me about 25 minutes to cut his hair with his beard and everything. It's funny, man. I mean, I'm using these trimmers are one of the best in the game, but this hair challenges them. That's for sure. He said the Fantastic Fur. I was thinking Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
I was thinking Wolverine, but
Oh man, we'll show him something real quick. Put it on this thing here.
Let me find my.
if you actually send it to my messages, I could drop it on the screen for
Right
real.
now? Hey,
Yeah.
look.
I could drop it on the screen. All right, yeah. Actually, here, I'll just hold it up. Look. Where we at here? You tell me he don't sort of look like Wolverine. I mean, you know, he got
chunky, but
he got to work on his build a little bit. But he's in there. He's in there. Oh yeah, he's in there. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna find something to give away. Oh damn! I didn't realize my mic is all the way down here. I'm gonna find something to give away here. And we're gonna do it.
Thanks, though.
Hey, no doubt. All right, so what you guys think of the cut? Y'all think it's fresh? How's he looking? And let's see here. Got all right, you guys. Upon digging through my kit, I found that I had a brand new 357 Magnum. Is that what they're calling them these days? But anyways, this is a caliber, and I was thinking I need to clean it up. I used it a handful of times. I don't think I even ever really filmed with it, but it's fairly new, and I think this is gonna be what I give away. What do you guys think? He said sugar bear. Wolverine, if he never fought bad guys.
That's messed
Oh, that's
up.
funny. He said Wolverine if he never fought bad guys. All right, this is my actual computer's camera. I know it's not as good, but this will work for our giveaway. Here, I'm gonna clean him the rest of the way up in a minute. I'm gonna let you take a break here for a second. We've been going at it pretty hard. All right. So, this is what we're going to do. We got 65 people in the room, which means that I should be able to easily get up to 80 likes. Let's get up to 80 likes. As soon as we get up to 80 likes, because I know a lot of you guys just stopping in, breezing out, coming in. As soon as we get up to 80 likes, I'm going to put a comment in the description that's going to tell you what to do. Everything beyond that comment will be... Actually, let me switch over to this camera. He's doing himself up. There we go. All right, everything beyond this comment will count. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. IV Mac, he already thinks he won. So as soon as we get to 80 likes, we got 59 likes. That's 62 likes. Let's keep going. Hit those of you guys who haven't hit that button. Hit that button. I'm not giving away cheap stuff. I mean, this is a brand new clipper. I've literally used this probably 3 times. Okay, and I'm going to give you the charger and this clipper because that's all I got. But, you know, you can use these with wall guards and stuff like that. They got the 4 notches. Works fine. No problems. So I know that some of you guys been in and out of here. We got 70. We need 10 more likes. 10 more likes and we're going. Man, I'm not a pro barber, but I cut 3 heads yesterday, and I was told I cut better than their usual barber. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate you guys for the compliments and stuff. That's awesome. That's awesome. Christina, this video will be live. It's going to stay live forever, and we're definitely going to make sure. We're definitely going to make sure that we leave this up here so that people can learn from it. Because I'm sure a lot of the questions that you guys asked throughout this whole thing, I'm sure that a lot of people were wondering the same thing. So let's see here. We are at 75. We need 5 more likes. We get 5 more likes. Looks like 5 of you guys, 4 of you guys, 4 more likes. We get to 80, we're giving it away. And just so you know, I'm going to release a video pretty soon about all the stuff I found in my garage when I cleaned it, which I know it doesn't look that clean. But I'm going to release a video about that. And I have like a whole little box full of stuff that I'm going to start going through. Each one of these lives in the future, I'm going to give away something on every single live until that box is empty. And there's been other people who wanted to come on and give away stuff on the lives as well. And I'm not going to let it, like this stuff, I'm going to do some giveaways where I'm going to let it run for a week. But this stuff is going to be given away at some point during the live feed, which is an incentive for you guys to hit that bell, click that subscribe button, and make sure that you don't miss out on these lives and this live training. So that's the idea here. I'm trying to catch every live possible. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So Gold FX clippers and trimmers are some good hitters because I deal mostly with African American hair. I was planning on upgrading my clippers from Andis Corded Masters, and the trimmers. I wouldn't do the Gold FX clippers personally. I prefer a lot of other clippers other than Babyliss clippers. That's just a personal preference, but you wouldn't go wrong. You wouldn't go wrong. They're still good. It's just I choose not to use them. But if they put out something good, I will use it. And that's why that Gold FX trimmer, you definitely should get that. I like that you can use wall guards with those. I got many sets of them. That's good. That's good, man. All right, we got 82 likes. Look at me over here. Look at me over here. 82 likes. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. There is 62 of you guys in the room. So I'll put... Okay, I'm going to write something down real quick. Make sure you guys can't see it. Okay, so that you know I'm not cheating, I got it written down right here. Calling the authorities immediately. Okay, you guys, the numbers are in. Okay, this is what you're gonna do. Start saying some random numbers. Please, 1 per person. Please don't get in if you don't need it. But we're gonna say a random number between 1 and 60. Okay, whoever says the right number is gonna win the clipper. All right, so it begins right from where my last comment started. So I'm gonna be checking from there. All right, we're going. No one's got it yet. Still going. Oh, we lost a lot. Hold up. I got to go back up here. All right, there we go. Let's see. No one's got it yet. No one's got it yet. Some of you guys been close. That's where we at. Bam. J Beats and Waves. Congratulations, my man. There's your number. All right. It's over. J Beats and Waves is the first one to put 60 up. Some of y'all put 69. All right. J Beats and Waves, he was the first one. Congratulations to J Beats and Waves. Hey, J Beats and Waves. All right. Chill, you guys. Chill. No more. All right, man. Peace. See you, buddy.
Yay.
I appreciate you.
All right, bro. No doubt. Catch you later. Yeah, you're good, bro.
Thanks, bro.
All right. He says 64. How you gonna say 64? 1 through 60. Okay. So J Beats and Waves, what you got to do to get this clipper is you got to holler at me on Instagram. Shoot me over your information on Instagram, and I'm gonna try to get that out to you as soon as possible. One off again. That's right. There was the other thing I wanted to say. I have gotten some of your guys' work to critique for tonight's show, so we're definitely going to do some of that. So if you guys send me over any of your work, either on Instagram or to my email address, if you send either one, I'm going to actually have some stuff. But the only thing I ask is if you send it to my email, let me know what your Instagram name is so that I can credit you with your work. Otherwise, I don't really want to put it up without crediting you for your work. I want to make sure that everybody knows that it's yours. Okay, J Beats and Waves. J Beats and Waves. Sound like you be making beats too. If you want to send me over your information, I haven't seen you. I don't know if you realize you won or not. Abby, I don't know if you...
Go things real quick, bro. Gotta do my stash.
Oh, stop. All right, so J Beats and Waves. Man, you got to do this right now. All right, so let's see. I don't know if he realizes he won or not. I would love to, the email. What's the email? I got you. I'm going to put that up real quick. Let me get my overlay. Oh, you know what? It should be on here somewhere. Okay, here's my email. Okay, that's my email right there. If you guys want to send any of your work to my email, like I said again, just let me know. Just let me know. And J Beats and Wave, you can also reach out to me through this email address if you don't have an Instagram. But yeah, just send me some of that stuff. I'll get it. This is the email for one-on-one training as well. Also, if you guys want to do any one-on-one training, just let me know. The way I do it is it's $60. We can talk about it for an hour. We can talk about exactly what it is that you are struggling with, whatever you need help with, and we can target that specifically. So that's, let me shut this one off. So, Jesus, really? Whoa, we got a runaway light. All right. So again, this is a dope thing to keep in your kit. And I'll put the link in the description. This is the RGB light. And you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. Get really good pictures with it and get really good fades with it. Love this damn light. So, yeah, once again, I'm going live tonight at 8 p.m. We're going to talk about a traveling barber kit, some budget options, and, this kind of plays on that self-cutter video that we did. This kind of plays on that self-cutter video that we did. We don't need to run to Walmart and buy the clippers at Walmart. I'm going to tell you guys about some cheaper options and the way that I would set up my travel kit, which I'll pull out and show you guys later tonight. And I'll also critique some of your work. So other than that, that's pretty much all I got for you for now. And in several hours from now at 8 p.m., we'll go back live again. Congratulations to J Beats and Waves. Sounds like you make beats too. Maybe we can get together and I could put some beats in one of my next tutorials, and I'll give you the credit for that as well. So that's really all I got. I have a feeling YouTube is running a little bit slow right now. Close that off. Let's see. Are we getting a good stream health? Yeah, we are. We're good. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We've kept a lot of you guys around. And this is probably one of the more successful lives I've had. It looked like I had about 70 people in here almost the whole time. So that was really cool. This is the YouTube Barber Academy. I am Mr. Eddie Barber. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys at 8 p.m. tonight when we go live again. I'm out. Peace.